Well, good morning, humans of YouTube, and dogs and cats and people that identify as toasters. Today is the 51st annual running of the Ipswich to Felixstowe Run in aid of the Ipswich Transport Museum, and I love this event. Probably, you know, the first proper event of the year, and it's got a bit of driving involved. It's basically 2 car shows, one either end. Wonderful. So I'll take you along for the ride. I'll see you at Christchurch Park. Also addicts. Right, so here we are at Christchurch Park. Sorry about the reflection of the tag. I do move that in a little while, but here we are, just cruising along the service road at Christchurch, ready to go and park up, following a what's that, Type 25 Volkswagen camper. So just the marshals waving us through. Obviously loads of people lining up here to see all the cars.
Yeah. Follow that, turn right, yeah. And the American cars are on the far side of that field.
Alright, okay. No worries. Cheers. Again, apologies for the reflection. I do move it in a little while. That's it. Someone taking a photo, and now they're out of the way. Another marshal directing us in. Resist the temptation to do some donuts on the grass and follow this in. There we go. I've realised there's a reflection. Hello, over there. Yeah. Lovely old Mark II there. Couple of Model Ts, and over to the American section where we've got Mustang, another C3 Corvette, 3 more Mustangs, something pre-war, not sure what that is, on the back there, and there is Anna and Dean's hearse. Death wagon. So just a quick scan round. The A-team's here, there's the hearse, my car. Scroll round over the other side, a lot more cars still to turn up. But some nice stuff there. You can see all the military stuff over there. And here we go. Ready to go. So it's been quite a wait. Everything from right the other side has gone, so we're the second to last row. But we're off. I said we're off. Any second now. I do like the tail lights on that caddy hearse. But anyway, that's irrelevant. Are we off yet? Let's go. Forwards, onwards, and away we go. Lots of pedestrians trying to avoid running over. All taking photos. Loving the cars. Huge selection of cars. As you slowly creep out, just Great to see the kids enjoying all these old cars. I can't bid me horn because it doesn't work at the moment. I've lost me horn. He hasn't. And away. Wasn't me, officer, didn't do it. That was him. It was them. Definitely somebody else.
up there with a service leg problem.
It's always great to see all the people along the route. Not as many as this year as usual, but it's still great to see the people all coming out to support the event, watching all the old cars go by.
I'll be a miracle for anybody on here, mate. There's some of us are. If you're home based, mate, you have a problem getting out. Yeah, if you're a moving object, yeah, then you have more serious problem getting out. We're having the same flex problem up there, breaker. So you might receive a bit more static. Come on.
I'd love to, but it's broken. Yeah, he made up for it. No.
I was going to say, people can put them on and then people...
Where are we going? Just
Go on through the back.
Oh, okay, right. We got here in the end.
Oh, mate, I'm angry as fuck I am about it.
Yeah.
I'll sort this shit next year. Right, go through here.
Yeah.
Past the green flag, you'll see Jake down there and another high vis.
Right, no
Watch
worries.
your back, folks! Come through!
I assume you want me here somewhere?
Okay, mate.
Yeah.
You're doing all right.
Too bad.
A little bit more. That'll do ya. I did. I did all that. All right, Terry.
So we're here. Let's have a walk round. And anyway, there's I think that was a Chrysler. 65-ish Cadillac Coupe de Ville there. Rather nice. And here's some of the ones we saw earlier on at Christchurch. Mustang, big block C3. Another Mustang. It's a lovely little AMC Rambler. That's the Corvette, but there's the Mustang again, and people in the way. Yeah, little AMC Rambler, very rare car in this country, I should imagine. Little 6-cylinder. Anyway, yeah, I like that a lot. It's a Ford pickup, Ford's Taurus police car. 72-ish Mustang Mach 1, 71, something like that. Yeah, very nice. 71 I think, but anyway. Little fox-bodied Mustang. I think this is a 4-cylinder one. 69 Mustang, probably my favourite of the Mustang years. In a rather nice yellow. That's yeah, I like that a lot. '69 Corvette. Probably one of my favourite of the C3 Corvette years. Nice and shiny inside. Lovely colour this. It's a really, really nice example. Again, I like it a lot. There is my 81, the car you've been passenger in for the last 20 minutes. And Jake's Mustang. Little Mini Clubman, and there's Jake's Mustang, and anyway, so many American cars. So moving forwards, we've got a couple more Mustangs here. Little saloon one there, or notchback I think they're called, and an earlier version in front there. Another Mustang here, I think this is a 67 fastback. And Danny's Galaxy. That was Danny in the hat you saw back there a little way. In the high vis. A car we followed in, Anna and Dean's 71 Cadillac hearse. The MM there being Millimeter, I think, or something like that.
Imagine you owning one of those.
Imagine owning one indeed. There is, as far as I know, nobody in that casket, but yeah, there is the hearse known as Barnabas. Available for rental and hire for weddings, proms, and funerals indeed. So anyway, moving out the American section, lovely Land Rover there. I think that would be a Model AA. Ford there. But whatever it is absolutely gorgeous. I love that a lot, as I do the Land Rover. Another Land Rover there, that's early Defender. And a Ruston Hamilton's Removals. I think that's a Bedford. I'm not sure. Little teardrop camper there on the back of a Studebaker pickup truck. I'm not sure of the year, but I would guess about 50, 51. Might even be late 40s. Another teardrop camper on the back of some sort of truck. It's got Continental tyres on it. I've seen this truck around at so many shows, but I've still never actually bothered to look and see what make it is. But that's a Willis Jeep. See if I look at the front of this truck long enough to... Oh, I do, but I can't see on this size screen what it is. But anyway, it's rather nice there. Another little Ford pickup, but this is gorgeous. It's a Stanley steam-powered car, steamer, and it is just stunning. These are fabulous cars, these steam-powered cars. I urge you to get on the Google and or the YouTube and have a look. But these Brass Era Stanley steamers are amazing vehicles. I would dearly love to own one. And there's another Willys Jeep. I'd quite like one of them and all. Land Rover 101 behind it. Here's a sort of desert rat type Land Rover Defender. Austin Champ had a little 6-cylinder Rolls Royce engine, and as many reverse gears as there were forwards gears. I would imagine that makes for interesting reversing. Another old Land Rover, it's probably Series 2A I reckon, called Colin, and a 101 Ford Control. Another Willys Jeep. Some sort of personnel carrier there, but it looks like another Jeep, another Jeep, another Land Rover, a girl holding a baby, me trying to outrun a pram, and a Series 1 Land Rover, Green Goddess there, and a Volvo. The one thing you'll notice with a lot of this video is me trying to get pictures and video around public. The one downside of this event, lovely truck here, I don't know what this is, but it's massive. But the one thing you find with this event is it's so crowded. So many people in such a small space is great. It's great there's that many people interested, but it does make getting video quite difficult. So if I've missed your car, the chances are it's just because I couldn't get a clear shot of it. It's another little old Land Rover there, and a Volvo truck. I'm not sure what this was. Most of the time on a vintage car or veteran car there's a brass plaque stating year and make. I couldn't find one on here, but the front of it looks very French. I'm thinking maybe a De Dion Bouton, but I suppose it could be a Renault. But anyway, moving on to the Sinclair C5s. You know I like a C5. I own a couple of C5s, and here's 18 of them. And yes, they did all do the full run. How much was pedal power and how much was battery power, I wouldn't know, but it's fantastic to see this many. And here is a replica of the JPS one. Yeah, it's fantastic to see this many C5s, and it was an awesome sight seeing them on the road. On to the motorcycles. I know nothing about motorbikes, so I'm not even going to try and tell you what they are, apart from that was a Harley. But here we are. There's an orange one, there's an old one, another old one, AJS, that one, it said so on the tank, and that one's a Triumph. Some little scooters there, Lambrettas or Vespas or something. I'm not even going to pretend to know what I'm talking about here, so I shall just leave this for your viewing pleasure. Oh, that one's a Honda. And a Suzuki. Some Triumphs, and a weird looking bike that I strangely quite like. Couple of Kawasaki's, one purple, one green. What's that one say? Ariel, does it? A BSA, purple and chrome one. Royal Enfield. Oh, M, I'm guessing that's a matchless. Another Honda. Triumph, an old military bike of some description. I think that said BSA on it. No idea what that one is. Greaves. Greaves, I think it said Greaves on it. Yeah, but anyway, I said I know nothing about bikes, so other than the name on the tank, I'm clueless. But if you like bikes, here is a selection for you. Well, let's leave him to try and start that, and let's look at a Mark II Jag. Rather nice. Saab 900 Turbo, it's a later one with the aero kit on it. Absolutely gorgeous. I do like a Saab 900. Mark II Golf there. And while I'm not a massive Volkswagen bus fan, there's something about that in that colour scheme against the sea that just looks right. It really does. But anyway, MR2 there, second generation MR2. Obviously is an MGB convertible and an MGB GT with a Union Jack bonnet. I think that's an old Rover. Looks Roverish to me. Yeah, and that's a Viking head, so it's got to be a Rover. I love a frog-eyed Sprite, a Mark 1 Sprite, Austin Healey. Gorgeous cars. I nearly bought one a few years ago, but I was smaller then. Anyway, ADO 16, what's that one, a Morris or an Austin? I think that's a Morris, that one, not sure. Another rare car here, a Hillman Avenger Tiger. That's the sporty Avenger. Ford Pilot V8. Little Moggy Minor convertible. 100E, I think this is a little Ford 100E. Highly modified. If I remember rightly, I think that's got a V8 in it, but I could be wrong. This is gorgeous. A Skoda Felicia from the 50s. Probably never see one in this country other than this one, and I like that a lot. Skoda at one point was a very, very stylish company. Sit up and beg pop. Ford, what am I on about? That's a Ford. Sit up and beg pop, that's a Toyota Corolla GT. Another MG. Talbot Horizon. In brown. Gorgeous. An early Mini. For sale. That's not a Cotsworth, that's a XR 4x4, I think. Would that be azure blue? Not sure, but I like it. S-Type Jag. Oh, just have another look at the XR 4x4. S-Type Jag there. Brace of Mark 1 Capris. A post-facelift and a pre-facelift behind it. And then we have a Mark 1 Cortina Estate. Again, another car that just looks right with the sea as a background there. As does this old Series 1 Land Rover. That is beautiful. Hillman Minx. I have no idea, something pre-war. I'm not good on pre-war cars, I must admit. I think that's a little Singer. Is it a Singer 9 or Singer 12? Not sure. Morris Minor Traveller. Obviously another MG, another Mini. Oh, but behind the Mini there, that is another Saab 900, and that is an earlier one. That is a flat front one. This is a style that is my favourite, the flat front with the large bumpers there. In fact, there we are, there's the flat front. This is a saloon one rather than a hatch, but that's rather nice. So I do like a flat front Saab 900. We have here a Mark II Escort, followed by another Moggy Minor, a W123 Mercedes, which is quite nice, and a early 1200 Astra. This has got a boot rather than a hatch. Quite a rare car. Triumph Dolomites. More people. Mark II Cortina. I think I may have mentioned before, but I like this era of Cortinas where you can really see the difference. But anyway, another Traveller, Morris Minor van. I do like the vans. I have a thing about commercials, I must admit. Another Morris Minor. Another Morris Minor. Oh, a pickup one. So another version of the commercial. A Moggy Minor pickup there. Non-standard bed. Another Morris Minor. Morris Minor Traveller. Followed by, oh, let's see if you can have a guess. Would that be, it's another Morris Minor. And another Morris Minor behind that. This is definitely the Morris Minor area. To break up the Morris Minors, we have a Rover P5 Saloon, which is in front of another Morris Minor. MGBGT again, plenty of them you'll see today. Wolsey, I don't know the model numbers of the Wolseys, that will be like a 1420 or a 1711 or something, but anyway, there's another one behind that. Another Mini, Citroen GS, would that be a GSA, I think. Quite a nice car. Ford Console Classic. This is a Type 35 Bugatti replica. It's made by Teal, I think, but oh, there, Triumph Herald, a Volkswagen Beetle, a couple of white Huskies. I like them. Moving on from that, we have something pre-war. I didn't see the grille, so I've got no chance of knowing what it is. XJ40 Jag. It's a Jag. A Mini with rather a lot of spotlights. A Mark III Cortina in yellow. That looks like a Riley behind that. Is that a Kestrel? It is, I think that's a Riley Kestrel. I like them. That's, oh no, back to the Riley Kestrel. A little Austin A35. A Datsun. And a Humber. Very nice. So moving across to the other side of the promenade, and we have a Land Rover lightweight and an Alpha Sud. That's rather nice, although very brave to park an Alpha Sud that close to the sea. All that salt air, or salt water in the air. Anyway, another sit up and beg Ford Pop, which is, it's nice to see these that haven't been hot rodded. Quite rare, I should imagine. Fiat 500. Dinky little cars that I really like. A man taking a photo of a Fiat 500. And here is a rather famous car with a rather famous person peering out the back. There is the Mini from Mr. Bean, and there is Mr. Bean himself. Well, sort of. A paper mache car. It's not really a paper mache car, but anyway. A Trabant, one of them, yeah. Another Fiat 500. A Citroen Diane, is it Diane that's got the faired-in lights? I don't think it's a Dolly, is it? I think the Dolly is a Type 2CB. But anyway, there's a Citroen there. Is that a Wolseley Hornet or a Riley Elf? I think that was a Wolseley Hornet. That's a Riley Elf. They're both basically booted Minis. And there is an unbooted Mini. Another little Austin A35. A Ford Anglia 105E. Which is rather nice. And another Ford Anglia 105E. In purple with that registration. That seems familiar. I wonder, there used to be one floating about that had been wide arched. I wonder if it's that one that's now been rectified. But anyway, Mark 1 Mini. Mark 1 Mini, what am I on about? It was a Mark 1 Fiesta. Followed by another MGB. A Triumph Dolomite. I think that might be a Sprint. A Mini Van, as I said, I do like the commercials. A Mini Clubman GT, 1300 GT, or 1275 GT I should say. Another Mini, an early-ish Range Rover. And a J plate, that would be about a D suffix, would it be, something like that. Mark IV Escort convertible. It's been done up sort of RS Turbo like. I do like those. They've grown on me over the years. That would be a TD, an MG TD, an RS2000 Mark II Escort in quite an unusual colour, really. Another MG, I think that's the MG TD. Another MGB. Another Morris Minor. Looks like we've got an Austin 7 coming up. As I said, there's so many people about here, it does make it quite difficult to film. But yeah, very early Austin 7 now. Mini. We have a rubber bumper MG Midget. Another Morris Minor. And following along here, trying to keep a bit of distance so I can get the cars in. Another Mini. Another Mark IV Escort Cab. That's cabriolet, not cab as in taxi. Baz's rather nice bright orange Mark III Cortina. They seem to like that as well. Mark II Escort. Another Saab 900. Again with the aero front end rather than the flat front end of the earlier one you saw. Sunbeam Alpine. I think I may have mentioned on a previous video, I really do miss my Sunbeam Alpine. But anyway, Mark II Escort. Another Saab 900 with the later aero front. I do love a Saab 900. Another Singer. Is that a Singer 9 or a Singer 12? Not sure. MGTF. Or is that the kit car version of it? Not sure. Series 1 Land Rover. Another MGB. Brace of 105E Anglias. One on standard height suspension. And one that has been lowered. And sort of like Lotus Cortina wheels. Another Series 1 Land Rover. And a Series 3 Land Rover behind that. And here is Trigger's newly painted Mark III Capri, just out of the paint shop. And a lovely paint job that is as well. You may have noticed earlier, if you were paying attention, he was broken down on the side of the road, but he did manage to make it here. And it really does look nice in the sun. Great paint job. So moving on, we have a Mark 5 or 6 Escort there. It's Mark 6 Escort, I think. Sierra RS Cosworth, that's one of the earlier big winged cars. An MG Midget, chrome bumper one. MG Roadster. MGB GT. A brace of wheelchairs. I don't think they were part of the procession. W123 Coupe Mercedes, rather nice, but not as nice as this gorgeous Mercedes 190 SL. Oh, these are lovely cars. Have really shot up in value the last few years. You'll pay probably 120,000 for a nice one of them now. Beautiful cars. Saab 95 or 95 Estate. Again, I really like these. Sort of finned back end, and yeah, I like those a lot. Triumph Stag, followed by another Mark 6, I think, Escort. Rolls Royce Silver Spur. Is that a Spur? I think that's a Spur. Austin 7, this is a later Austin 7, and not Austin 7, hope that helped. Rubber bumper MGB GT and a chrome bumper MG Roadster. Lots of MGs. So what do we got here? We have, I think that's a Rover. That'd be a P2 or a P3. I think that's a Wolsey. It's rather nice, rather large for a post-war British car, but this is a Mark 1 Escort that you can't really see because too many people, but it's got quite a nice engine by Burton in it, I think. Rather nice orange Capri 3 litre S and a wide arch Escort Mexico. Another Wolsey, little Pininfarina Wolsey there. Now this is not a Morris Minor. May look like it, but it's larger. This is a Morris Oxford. And again, I do quite like them, just because they are a big minor. Another Triumph Herald. What we got here, that looks like a 2CV bonnet. And yes, it is a 2CV. Or de Chevere. We'll go with de Chevere, it sounds more exotic. Another Rover. Another Beetle. I won't mention the Nazis. Anyway, a low light Morris Minor. You don't see them very often. Another Healy Frog Eye. I do like those. I think this is a standard Vanguard. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain that's a standard Vanguard. Another early Mini. Yeah, sort of. And another Mini. And another Mini. And I have no idea, if I'm entirely honest. What we got here? I'm not sure what that is either. As I said, I'm not good on the pre-war stuff. This is a Volvo 164. I do quite like these. It's quite a nice colour as well, actually. Hillman Minx, followed by a convertible Hillman Minx, and that really does look the part. Sat here by the British seaside. That is straight out of a 50s picture postcard. That's lovely. Anyway, Triumph Vitesse. Austin A40 Farina. A Vauxhall, is that, I'm not sure what it is, a Vauxhall Victor, is it? I think it's a Victor. Toyota Starlet, maybe? Yes, Starlet, there we are, it said on the side. Talbot Horizon Lotus, or a Lotus Sunbeam. Lotus Sunbeam, I think they are. Anyway, that's a Ford Capri. Another Beetle. And a Mark II Astra there. Rather nice. I mean, a lot of people call the... anyway, that's a BMW CSL. A lot of people say the Golf was the first hot hatch, but I think the Lotus Sunbeam was, if I'm honest. And it was rear-wheel drive. Anyway, an E30 convertible there. Mark I Cortina. I guess he must own it, or he's about to nick it. A Citroën, or Citroën, as the Yanks call them. Austin A55, I think. Oh yeah, look at that, A55. A55 Mark 1, in fact. A Rover P5B. And a Nash Metropolitan. Another P5B. This is a P5B coupe. You can tell by the rakish roofline. That's a Morris, I think. And that is a pre-war car. Hope that helped. Another Moggy Miner. What we got here? What we got here? I've no idea. That is a Vauxhall Cresta. Would that be a PA Cresta, I think? And a Mark II Cortina Estate, followed by John's Mark I Cortina. Nice to see the Barry Retro Car Club sticker in the window there. Model T Ford, 1914. Alfa Romeo, is that GTV? I'm not sure. Another Rolls Royce. He was very happy about the rugs. A Daimler there. And a sort of convertible Rolls Royce. That's obviously not factory, but Benz SL, Mercedes-Benz SL there, AMG alloys. That is a lovely Elvis, that is gorgeous. There's a later Elvis and a drophead Elvis. Beautiful cars. TR7, a Labrador. Now, I could be wrong, but I think this is a Clan Crusader. I think it's some sort of kit car, but I seem to recall them being called a Clan Crusader. I could be wrong, but anyway, there's a Zephyr or Zodiac convertible. Rolls Royce, one about a Rover P5. That's a saloon, you can tell by the higher roofline. Saab 99. Oh, beautiful. I do like Saabs. Oh yes, look at that. Anyway, here is a Austin Farina. And another one. So getting around the people can be a problem here, but you know. Is this an estate one? That is. It's an estate. Would that be a Farnham? I'm not sure if it's Farnham or Abbott did the estates of these. Anyway, a Lada Riva here. And no, it isn't faulty. It's on air suspension. And look at those 3-spoke alloys. Very 1990s. Golf convertible, and a Saab 96. Some Model T Fords here. There's what that'd be, probably 20s. There's a later one there, and an early one, a brass era one. Another Fiat 500. You play chess on the roof. And you'll never guess, it's another Morris Minor. Another brass era Model T Ford. Another mid-term Model T Ford. Triumph Spitfire with a hardtop. Don't see the hardtop very often. Volkswagen Carmen gear. Another Austin 7. Another Rolls Royce. Nice colour. Do like the colour. An expensive registration plate, I should imagine. What have we got behind that? I think that is an Armstrong Siddeley. I could be wrong. Has been known very, very occasionally. And a Ford Capri Mark III on sort of mini lights. Another pre-war car, followed by a pre-war car. I really wish I knew my pre-war cars better. Austin A40 Farina, an early Austin 7. You can tell it's an early one because the lights are right back on the scuttle. Rubber bumper MGB. Pre-war Rolls Royce. And a Rolls Royce Silver Shadow in yellow. So anyway, moving on, we have another Frog Eye Sprite, followed by an MGA, a Triumph Stag, a Triumph Stag, because you never see stags alone. Like the deers and stags, they run out in the road in groups. You never see a stag on their own. And here we go, some more stags, another stag, another stag, another stag, another stag, and guess what? It's another stag, followed by a Peerless. If you don't know what a Peerless is, Google them. They are great cars, are based on a Triumph chassis. Wonderful, wonderful cars. And a Warwick followed them, I think. Anyway, MG Magnets, another what am I thinking of? Cosworth. Another Mini Clubman. Quite a nice colour that, I quite like that. Another Mini. Another Mini. And a Jensen CV8. Unusual looking cars that I really, really do like. These were the precursor to the Interceptor. Much less common than an Interceptor. And I said, really unusual looking cars, but fantastic things. You saw this at Kersey, and I fell in love with it at Kersey, and I love it no less now. E-Type Jag, Series 2. Another rubber bumper MG. MG TD, I think, might be a TC. Oh, this is a beautiful old Mercedes here. Is it 111? Might be a W111, not sure. Could be a 112. Trying for tests, Series 2 or 2A Land Rover. Looking resplendent against the sea there, as does this XK140 Jaguar. You may recognise this from the television programme Heartbeat. Yes, apparently eating meat is murder. I disagree. And those two rabbits would make a lovely stew. A Trabant, sort of almost a bit like the Jolies, but yeah. TR6, Bullnose Morris Cowley. Sort of Austin 3 litre. Sort of land crab style, but a bit bigger. I think that's a Wolsey there. Another pre-war Rolls Royce there. Is that a Mark III Zodiac, I think? There's another Farina-bodied Wolsey. What we got behind that, I can't see. There's a quilted coat in my way. A Sunbeam. Oh, quilted coat still in the way. Can't see. I have no idea what we're looking at there. Oh, it's a Warwick. Basically, it's the later version of that Peerless that you saw earlier. 944 Porsche. Oh, I remember when these were 500 quid. I wish they still were now. What we got? Oh, a slammed Honda. Good to see the youngsters getting in on this event, and it rolls forward each year, so newer and newer cars can get involved. There's a lovely Citroen DS there. I really like that, and a Rover P5B with a Sinclair C5 on its roof rack, because why wouldn't you? A Thing, I think in America they're called a Thing, I think we called them a Trekker, but basically it's a sort of off-roady Beetle. Mark II Jag, I do like those, lovely looking cars. Followed by an MGA. It's another MG TD Aston Martin V8. Lovely. Proper old Brit Bruiser. The old proper British muscle car they are. Volvo Amazon. I do fancy an old Volvo. Escort RS 2000. A lot of money's worth now, but Alpha Spider or Duetto there. So Austin 12 maybe. It's a Bentley. And there's Jackie's old Wolsey. Can't see the very retro sticker. Anyway, a Bedford. It's a High Ace, I think. Old Buick. This was rather nice. You had a look round this when it's earlier on at the other event, and a brilliant, lovely car. Another Bentley. What we got here? Is this a Singer? I think that's a Singer. Another MGB. Another, what's what we've got there? Minivan. And another brass era Model T. Here comes that Mustang. Oh, listen to that. Doesn't that look gorgeous? as does this. So, moving on to the last few, we're on to Rover P4. Moggy Minor leaving us. Mini, another Wolsey, some youths, Loitering, Lotus Cortina Mark II, bay window van, a sporty Beetle, alright, it's a Porsche 911, but it's a sporty Beetle, an XJ40 Jaguar, got later wheels on. This would have probably had metric wheels on at the time, and tyres are horrendous. So, but anyway, another P4 Rover followed by another P4 Rover, an earlier one in front and a later one behind. A what we got here? Triumph TR6, followed by a Triumph TR6. Another Moggy Traveller. This is a Corniche convertible, but this unusually is a Bentley. You don't see them very often, bodied by Muller Park Ward, I believe. A Vanden Pla Allegro, an MG, and a Lotus XL behind. So I'll wait for the people to get out of the way. There is the Lotus, rubber bumpered MG. I've seen this Mini around a lot, and I really do like this, with its sort of wood panel, sort of wood effect down the side. I really like that a lot. MG Midget, not sure. I'm going to go with Morris, but I'm probably completely wrong. R109 MG Mercedes SL. Now, is this a Peugeot? I'm not sure. No, it's not. That's another Farina bodied car. MG. There, what we got there? A Ford of some description, I think, behind it. I really wish I was better on pre-war cars. Another Rover. Rover P4 again. Not sure. There's a Rover. Another E-Type coming up here. Another Series 2 E-Type. In exactly the same colour as the previous E-Type, actually. Old Vauxhall there. It's rather nice. I think well, it's a 356 Speedster, but I'm guessing it's a Chisnell or something, a replica. But a Golf convertible, Mark II Granada. That's a facelift version. A Chevette Saloon, which is rather nice. Mark II Cav, again rather nice. A Nova. Is that a booted Nova? No, it's not. Sorry, it just looked like a booted Nova. I think that would be a Moggy Minor Million, wouldn't it, in that colour? Reliant Scimitar GTC. Here's a new club members bus, Volkswagen. Apparently that's been all over the place. Did say on the front, but I lose track. There's a XJ40 replica. I think the last few here, it's another Aston Martin V8, but this time it's the Volante, which is a convertible one. Is that Morris? Not sure. A Belmont towing a caravan. Oh, this is Emma's car, who is also a new club member, I believe. Is that a Carlton or a Royale, or I can't remember. I think I did ask that in a previous video. Another pre-war Rolls Royce. A youth with far too much energy. A square headlight Mark 1 Escort, 4-door, rather nice. An MGC, you can tell it's a C and not a B, but due to the bonnet bulge, so that's got the 6-cylinder engine in out of the Austin Healey. A Jag XJS, Cabriolet, and a TVR, I think that's a V8S with that bonnet scoop. Oh, a Stag that seems to have got lost from the rest of the pack. This Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud here, again, I was looking at this at the previous stop, and this is lovely because it's just worn nicely. Triumph 1800, some sort of kit car, an old Zodiac or Zephyr. I think that one might be a Zephyr actually. These are Clinos, I think they're pronounced, these pre-war cars. Series 3 Land Rover. That would be an early Defender. Mark 1 Cortina. Again, I'm not sure. MGA, another Mini, and we're back to the American cars, so just watch a few of them leaving. So here goes the pickup truck, the Ford. There's that Mini, Jake's Mustang, my Corvette, and yeah, just a few stragglers left. So I'll just watch a couple go, and yeah. Beautiful day that turned out to be. Sun came out, scorching hot. Couldn't have wished for a better day. It's always a good day. I don't know what they do, but it was a bad weather report. Hence the amount of people on the side of the road waving was nowhere near as much as usual, which was nice because I hate waving at people and smiling. I like being a miserable old sod. But anyway, yeah, it's end of the day. Had a great day. Sorry the video's so long. I've tried to cut out some bits here and there, but it's just a long day and I wanted to include everything. So obviously if you skip past bits, I don't blame you. But as always, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and comment below if your car was in there. Take care. See you soon. Ta-da.